Tucked away at the end of the Loco shed in Bridgnorth is the paint shop, and there is a huge buzz about the current occupant. 4930 Hagley Hall is making amazing progress in its restoration, and the amount of work that's going on is phenomenal. Here's a sneak preview.
Just brought you in to see exactly what's going on here at the moment, because it's out of public view. So we'll do a bit of a tour around. We've got the back edge. You don't normally see this view as it is at the moment, but we're starting to get some of the fittings back up. So when eventually Max there is finished sorting out the cab flooring, we can actually get the blokes up here and get some of the copper pipe work fitted up. A lot of the rest of it really is the fancy bits that you'll see when the engine's done, the windows, the front cab windows. You've got the seats to go back in, the whistle change, the whistles, so there's still a fair bit to do on that list. We've got a nice wooden floor to go down. We've already got the wood in stock now. It really should look the part when it's done. And then if we just carry on down the side, obviously as you can see, we've got the cab sides in undercoat at the moment. Eventually we'll have the number plates there, all the bling bits that everybody likes. You've probably seen the pictures of the tender and the quality of the paintwork on there, so that's what this will be like when it's finished. It really will look top notch. Just here doing a bit of adjusting on the cladding. Again, it's some of the fiddly bits. We've got the big bits in and people think that's it, we're nearly there. It's these little fiddly bits, just getting it looking right, that can take the time. So we've had to take this panel off here, just so we can get a strip in, just to neaten up the cladding a bit there. Working further on down, as you can see, the boiler barrel's being painted up. They're just building that up now so they can get a good flat surface on there. Again, some odd little bits of tweaking need doing. As you can see, we've already got the brackets on for the nameplates. Another nice bit of bling, they're already painted up, but nobody will really see those till the day when the engine's ready to go out doing some proper test runs. A lot of the motion side of it's already done. We have got some oil pots to go on here that we're keeping aside for some of the volunteers to have a go at, that normally help us out with all the painting and scraping, so they've got a nice job to do instead of just the normal painting and scraping. And the cylinder cladding's going up. This is like a trial fit to make sure we've got everything we need, make sure it is where we require it, and that it looks good when it's finished as well. As you can see, this is getting a bit of a fettling and a bit of paint work done on it as well. We've got new sections of running plate going in on the front here. It means we'd spent so much time on the rest of the Loco and trying to get it looking right and looking smart, especially after all the money that's been spent on it. It seemed a shame to put some of the old plate work that was back up. It was badly wasted. There's pieces looked a bit rough. That was how it would have come out in the works. These were literally just, you needed an engine, you threw it out. So there's a lot more time and care being taken over this now than ever would have been in the works. You know, people always say about Swindon Works, it was a good works. They produced really good engines, but they were a workshop. So they'd have been throwing these out the door. They wouldn't have worried about brush marks, how pretty it looked when it went out, as long as it looked presentable to the people. That's all they'd have worried about. And then a lot of the work is concentrating up here at the moment. We are having to do quite a lot of work for the front end for getting in steam pipes. We've got the steam pipes down to the cylinder, which are the main ones you see on the outside when the engine's running. But there's a lot of internal pipe work to go in as well. We've got a set of copper pipes go up at the top. They've had to be altered. They're being pressure tested. They'll then be bedded in and fitted. We've got new steam pipes to make from the superheater header down to the outside here. You can see the one on the side here. All that's got to be pressure tested. As you can see, we've got the chimney missing as well. We've got the new casting for that, but we need a cap for it. But obviously once that goes on, it's a big piece you see on the outside. It's all the work that goes underneath that as well. So this is just a little glimpse into how much work's involved now to actually get this finished. Because people are usually a bit misconstrued. As soon as they see a boiler go on, it's, oh great, it's nearly there. It's the beginning of the end really, but it's quite a big task to get to that end.
The skill of painting, it's a craft, it's a practice. You get better with practice. It takes years to develop, and that is why we're now developing youngsters here to replace us, because that skill is important to continue on the railway and the heritage side of this business. It's going very well at the moment. We've got one young painter in here who's very good, very keen to improve, and he's willing to learn from everything we say.
And played a big part in Hagley Hall's livery.
And he's played a very big part in Hagley Hall. He's done the tender and he's getting lots of plaudits, which he deserves.
I mean, when you look at the tender, it really is superb, isn't it?
Yes, that is a standard we want to get back to. We got lost a little bit, but that's a standard we want to get back to now.
What we're working on is the front curved running plates, fitting new ones. The old ones were too rusty to actually sort of put back, so they used those running plates as templates for the new ones, drilling holes where it's all got to be bolted on. It has to be bolted on because they need to sort of get to various valves and other sort of parts of the boiler and the unit underneath, so everything's got to be bolted on. And because it's actually curved, it makes it a little bit more difficult to actually, align all the bolt holes from the frame to the new running plates. The thought is, we're working on it, but when it's finished, when it's all painted and actually, outside, on the rails, ready to pull carriages, I can look at it and think, I was part of building that engine. It's quite satisfying, actually. Yeah.
So loads still to do on Hagley Hall, but fingers crossed it's going to be back in steam in the 2022 season. We reopen on the 2nd of April, so please come and see us.